Just some quick stats on where we are as of today. Many of you know this. AHF is very, very young, but it's exploding very quickly. I think we are in our fourth or fifth month. This is our 19th session, 17 guest speakers to include today's guest speaker, 22 past members. I think we are a little bit more than that. And we are about to hit 500, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, in almost 5 months. So we are exponentially growing. So continue to spread the word, share this good news with others so we can continue to grow. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Cherelle. I've known Cherelle for a while. She is right here in the Charlotte area. She's part of a Crew Partners. If you remember Evan Lambert, who had attended as a guest speaker a few months ago, or maybe a few weeks ago. So he was from a Crew Partners, and Cherelle works with Evan over there. Good person, very helpful person. I think she's helped a couple people on AHF in the past. So happy to introduce you to Cherelle. Cherelle, if you don't mind doing a small introduction of yourself and then tell us something, some one piece of insider knowledge that many job seekers might not be aware of but would find incredibly helpful in their job search.
Thank you, Danny, for having me. Brief introduction. Again, Cherelle with Approved Partners, almost 7 years this upcoming August. I've had the privilege on serving within multiple divisions on the team. I would say that my subject matter expertise when it comes on like the talent and engagement side of the business is going to be the marketing, digital creative space, but I also specialize in financial services and working alongside a lot of the clients there, and interacting and connecting them with other leaders on our team, whether it be accounting and finance, IT, HR, corporate support, any of the lines of businesses mentioned here on the slide. Prior to working at Accrue Partners, my background actually is in higher education administration. I worked in careers success and student services, partnering with students that were making the transition from the university setting. I worked also in for-profit, so technical certifications as well as adult learners were going back and getting additional degrees and certifications and making that transition into the workforce, which is what ultimately led me into the staffing and recruiting world. I think that my piece of advice kind of goes very fluidly with kind of the background I just shared because I had no intention, honestly, of transitioning into recruiting and staffing, but I actually landed upon this opportunity that's turned into a career for me through networking. I was always open to making connections with people on LinkedIn, attending networking events, whether they were virtual, in person, to understand, what was happening in the job market, really to inform the candidates that I was working with as they were looking for their job opportunities. But one of the things that I really started to learn from a lot of the networking that I was doing was about the hidden job market. And a lot of job opportunities, a lot of the positions that you will see that people fall into are never publicly posted. So you get those opportunities through referrals, internal recommendations, and word of mouth. So it's really important to make sure that you're building a strong network, reaching out to people that you already know to help make those connections or help bridge introductions to other people. And there are different types of networking you can be doing. So of course, online networking, utilizing platforms and tools like LinkedIn to remain engaged is fantastic. But I would also say definitely making sure that you're attending in-person networking events. I think the pandemic really put a damper on a lot of that, but getting back to meeting people face to face really helps you resonate with them, helps them to remember you and your expertise and your experience. So if you can attend professional events, conferences, where you're able to meet people, I always try to make sure when we have like our IT Power events in the office that Danny gets the invite so he can be there networking with some of the other leaders that we're talking to in the community. But also using your social platform to build your personal brand. There are ways that like Instagram or your Facebook can really help if you're an entrepreneur, especially to build your business. And you do want to make sure that when you're networking, that you're doing it starting with your existing connections, reaching out to people that you already know, friends, family, acquaintances that are in your immediate circle, because they're going to be the best navigators to help you make some of those warm introductions to people. Whether it's, you're looking for a job opportunity or you just need some intel or advice for how to best get in front of somebody else. So I know that was kind of a lot in that couple of seconds. So I definitely want to make sure that I left the time if you guys had questions.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. So if you don't mind sticking around towards the end of this session, we'll have a Q&A, and so that way the audience can bombard you with 5 million questions.
That
Uh,
sounds like a plan.
all right. So if you can stop recording of our session, I appreciate it.